It lives on, baby. Yeah. You know what I'm going to say. You know what I'm going to say.
Invincibles Day. Happy Invincibles Day.
It lives on, baby.
To everyone linked to Arsenal, the Invincibles
on.
and Sol Campbell. If you haven't seen it, get online and have a look at Sol Campbell's, what would you call it, an ode to Arsenal? Or
I don't know, but it lives on. Invincibles, baby.
It is unsettling.
Quite.
But it does live on. Yes, you're back here with the Armchair Gaffers. This is the Armchair Gaffers show. I'm Walks. That's Jess. That's Scorch. SB still doing some warm weather training. I think we pay him too much, I think. What is that? Do you know where the celebration came from? It was revealed this week.
Where's it come from?
So the players at Man United take the piss out of how Ronaldo sleeps. When he's on the team bus, imagine. I
can imagine Ronaldo sleeping like that for optimum recovery. Yeah. Like if you recover like this, you get 0.1% more.
Yeah, brain development and the proteins and the fibers. And
he seems like he sleeps in a cocoon.
Yeah, so that's where it comes from. Yeah, they take the piss out of him because he sleeps like I don't know, like royalty in a coffin or something. But here we are.
Haaland doesn't sleep apparently.
Is that the rumor?
Apparently they power him down.
Oh wait.
Hilarious. Oh God.
Oh, great save. Yes, if you are a first time viewer, please make sure you like, share, comment, and ultimately please make sure you subscribe. That's how
subscribe. And you know what we never say? Do you know what we never actually say? Like, tell a friend.
Yeah, that is social currency. I mentioned that before. Tell a friend. That's how things spread, and that's how things used to work.
That's how rumors spread. Dan, don't be like that.
And also know like word of mouth, like TripAdvisor and stuff like that. That's what like.
Oh, Mount Bus.
Oh, not good. But this show is sponsored by Manscaped. Again, the great people at Manscaped.
Oh, hold on. Wait, hold on. I swear to God, no cap. Man didn't even know this, but look
at that.
You see the
dead stock.
Yo, you can't get it again.
They don't make that one again. Yeah.
Oh God,
that one's gone again.
You know the quality of the fabric.
The GSM is high.
It's got like it's got the light fresh feeling. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's interwoven with something.
Yes. It's like separate. It feels like two different fabrics.
It's a polyester blend.
Nice. Yeah. Organic fabrics and whatnot. But make sure you get over to manscaped.com and use our promo code ACG20 for 20% off and free shipping all around the world. And that's courtesy of the Gaffers.
You're done now.
And yes, we're also giving away some products. So just stay tuned. Make sure you comment below. And a lucky viewer will be getting blessed with some Manscaped stuff.
By the way, Neymar set piece delivery is top 5.
A1. Where do we want to start this week? I think the biggest game of the weekend
Fulham
is Fulham Bournemouth. The biggest game of the weekend was Liverpool versus Man City at Anfield. That has now become the Premier League marquee game, showpiece game.
It is the title decided every year, and this year was no different.
Only the difference is Arsenal will be crowned
classic
title.
Classic.
Due to it.
What are you doing, Scorch? Is that like a German?
I was trying to
German
like
Scouse.
I was trying to like, how do you say El Clasico English? Classic club.
Oh, in Scouse. Is that what
Classic club?
That sounds.
Hey, do you know what's so rattler? I'm doing German, which no, fuck it. Excuse me. I'm doing Scouse, which is an English accent, and the first thing that came to mind was Germany.
It's just an insight into Scorcher's mind. Liverpool won 1-0 against, I guess, the betting odds and the form. Was anyone surprised that Liverpool turned it on?
Nah.
A key player was missing as well from the starting 11.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that Liverpool were able to get the result because they can always rise to the occasions.
But they haven't this year, Jess, at all. I haven't seen it. They beat Rangers, which seemed like a bully or a big brother just taking it out on his little brother, cousin type thing. And I didn't think that was like the start of their recovery. I didn't expect this to happen today. I'll be honest.
No, but they've got it in their locker. Like, they ain't done it this season, like you said, but they have it in their locker. But I was more shocked.
Hold on, sorry guys. Pause. They have done it this season.
Bournemouth.
Nope. Like, they've literally done this season.
What?
Community Shield. Like I'm not even
glorified friendly.
But actually, all jokes aside,
One
like
margin win.
these two teams played against each other,
and one.
It was a head-to-head. They went for it, like, and I think when you look at how, in fact, sorry, you look, Karen, actually, sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, in the group chat before the game, Scorch just said, because when we saw that Milner was playing right back, you was like, "Is he a better fit for this game? Is he a better fit?" You said, and I said no. One of the few times I was wrong.
Like I just thought it was like fairly common knowledge.
What was it about Milner ahead of Trent that made sense to you? Is it the opposition, the occasion?
I just looked at it, I thought, okay, he's not up against Grealish today. That's luck. Car Milner and Grealish, I'm not too sure about that.
Yeah, Foden, people were calling him Fidence today because he didn't do a lot and struggled to get past 39 or 49-year-old James Milner.
But you know what is? You gotta think I know that you're sick, Phil Foden, yeah. But you
signed
also
a new contract as well. 2027.
You also gotta remember, I was once playing out wide for Man City as well. So as much as I know everybody looks at me and sees an old man that was filling in at left back and then whatever, like I do understand how to be a guy.
Yeah.
So I understand what your thing is. And I'm so diligent with it.
I am you.
It's techie. And see this guy next to me, really, he should be out here doing this. But he's going to be doing this in there. So it's double. Like he's ready for that as well. So like I just looked at the matchup and I thought, that makes a bit, because if you look at Trent, it's not that it's not so much. Is it so much that Trent can't defend, like, oh my God, he's so weak or he's so slow or something like that, or he's boom, or is it seems more like he's had a lapse in concentration or he switched off or he hasn't seen a run or something like that. But if you just got somebody just being normal, not sick, normal,
there wasn't a lot of underlapping today. It was a right back being a right back.
Bro, he didn't.
What was needed today?
Milner didn't open the door to helping you. He just kept that door shut. And I just thought, I'm not so like. There's plenty of times I've seen teams worse than Liverpool. Yeah, with meaty fullbacks that say, right, everyone, when we ain't got it, guys,
get close to me,
bro, and it works. And I just thought, like Milner seems like somebody intelligent enough to pull that off. Yeah, because do you know why I think that? Because I've seen him do it at left back.
To put him on his strong foot. And he's the man that only speaks Spanish to his kids. So very versatile, human.
Cold.
Intelligent,
that's
human as well.
True. So you can tell Cancelo fuck off if he needs. I know.
Haaland, how do we deal with Haaland? Today for me was basically a lot of redemption stories.
Say it.
Van Dijk.
Say it.
Showed Haaland.
Say it.
That he is still the big dog in town.
Oh, do you know when I knew
the big dog in town?
Do you know when I said Bamba Rasclat star? Yeah, there was a header.
Okay,
like it was like the ball was whatever. Yeah, and it was like Haaland could have competed for it. Yeah, but Virgil van Dijk came through with the header. The fuck you header. That like I could head it to someone.
Yeah,
I could chest it, whatever.
Head it to the halfway line.
Or I can do this one, and I'm just gonna head it that way,
showing huge amounts of prowess.
You see from there, like you see all that energy. Like Haaland had a lot of energy. He didn't have it for Van Dijk today.
Yeah, and I also like Joe Gomez's redemption story. I think redemption for Van Dijk, redemption for Gomez, also redemption for Fabinho to some extent because he's been poor this year, and also Salah. But we'll get to that.
Jess, you got any take? Because I got a massive one.
I don't want to draw too much from this game because I see this game, like you said, they've done it before. The Community Shield, yeah. It's like when Tottenham played Chelsea. Is that what Tottenham played? Was that
the spring? Grab it, just touch it. It's going. You look can't
is
hear
that better?
Yeah,
cool. Is that when Tottenham played Chelsea, for example, or Tottenham at the Emirates?
There's mind control.
There's other things that are a factor, you know. I think it's like Palace, Man City. It's one of those games.
Oh yeah, no, Palace
matchups, and bogey
Palace,
teams, and even though it's hard to say
so
Liverpool
I don't
are
want to talk
City's
too
bogey
much
team.
from this game because next week Haaland will score 4 goals, and next week Liverpool will probably not get 3 points.
Do you know what I think? See that list of players that you just said there?
Yeah.
It's mad indicative of something.
Okay.
Like,
Is this part of your take? Yeah.
this is my take.
Clip it. Clip this.
Nobody's saying this, but everyone's saying, "Oh, is it the system? Is it Mane? Do we need to find a new position for Salah? Is it the 7-year curse?" Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just me.
Brace yourselves, Gaffers.
It seems like, another one is, can Trent defend? It just seems like Liverpool have an attitude problem. It seems like they're arrogant. It seems like this was my exact thinking going into this game. I thought, like, you look at Liverpool's squad, it's a good squad. It's a sick squad. It's like a Champions League squad. It's not no basic squad. It's not like, just hopefully they can make the top 4 squad. It's a sick squad. Yeah, it should be competing for all competitions
Like
and
last year,
trophies.
was it the quadruple?
Yeah.
And falling short.
So when I'm preying that, I'm saying, okay, cool, Mane's gone. That's one thing. But there's no way if these players are up for it, like we saw them in the Community Shield, and we know that Man City have slow starts to the season, so you can't read too much into it. I just thought there's no way if they're on it today, that it's going to be a stroll in the park for City, because I've seen City have like difficult games with other people. Like
a lot of people were predicting a bloodbath. Virgil van Dijk, was it? He never lost at Anfield in the Prem or something.
Yeah.
People saying that was going to go, and all sorts of things were going to happen, and they're going to trump the United beating. But I never was really convinced,
bro, I weren't feeling
that
that
it would be that. I probably thought City would run out winners, and I weren't expecting that lineup from Pep.
Slightly unorthodox.
But yeah, I thought Liverpool would rise to the occasion, and they did.
Like, you know what I'm seeing from Liverpool? I'm seeing from Liverpool, you know, when Man U started like under Oli, like, you know, when there's that, like, you can see that it's like we feel entitled to certain things. When I watch Liverpool against the lesser teams, that's the energy I'm getting. I'm getting like when I look at Trent's defending, his defensive issues and that, it don't strike me as somebody that don't know how to, like, to me there's just only 2 ways of looking at it. Either you don't know how to defend, or your energy towards defending for whatever reason isn't maybe where it used to be. That's just what I think. And I think that's going throughout the whole team. Obviously it's looking really bad for Trent, but I think looking throughout the whole, like today you saw people looking different. Like Virgil van Dijk hasn't looked like that, and I feel like that was because he was up for the challenge today. And the same, and you know what I think that even comes from, actually, it's like a little bit of fear. Like, I think
his name, like, people were saying Haaland was going to put him on a poster today, and it's going to be immortalized of him being I saw
Van Dijk doing an interview. I don't know if it was on Sky Sports or BT. Yeah, and he was preloading the excuse, because they asked him, and you know, oh my God, you're up against Haaland, how you gonna do it? And he was saying, you know, I think it's you have to it's not just the defense. It's you have to defend. You have to stop the into midfield. And I said, okay, right. So what you're not saying is, it's a big game, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'm feeling good. He didn't say none of that,
and that's possibly indicative of the season that he's had and how he feels. But it was good to see that centre back partnership that won the Prem. Back together. At their best.
It did look a bit. What
was that 2019-ish?
It felt a bit old Liverpoolish. And you know what's so mad? I was starting to think to myself, I was trying to remember before Trent came, and I was trying to think, was it like this? I don't think it was, but I was trying to I couldn't quite remember, but yeah, I was getting old shades of Liverpool. But what made me think they got an attitude problem is because I got that today and I haven't got that in the other parts of the season. Like, so what's going to happen? Are they going to kick on for the rest of the season?
I don't think they are.
I don't think they are, bro.
No. Like, that's the whole point I was making earlier, that these games here,
this is flash in the pan.
Like, you can't use these games as like a basis for how they're going to perform going down the line. It's literally,
not every game has as much riding on it as this.
Yeah, I think after the game, Pep did say it's Anfield, like, you know, and add the Anfield factor,
respect, sure.
add the factor that these two teams have history. Yeah, this result I don't think has any bearing on Liverpool's performances going forward or Man City's going forward.
Fair.
I'll tell you what. I do think Pep got sucked in today, though.
In terms of
Just got sucked into a basketball match and lost.
You think so?
Yeah, there was, bro. Liverpool should have scored.
yeah, so Salah had his opportunity, which was saved by Edison, and there's a lot of opportunities now. I see this with Liverpool more so than any other team, and it might be down to X player or Y player, but there's opportunities where people are like wide open. Sorry, I do see it with Man City. Start of the season, Foden weren't really trying to bust Haaland,
but now there's 18 goals on the board. So
everything's all right. But yeah, like people are getting into great positions where you could just square it for a cheapie, as we call it, and a nice little tapping. But they're so pent up that they need to get their shot off. And
everyone's trying to get going.
It's mad. And we mentioned old Liverpool. Someone who isn't old Liverpool, Darwin Núñez.
Yeah,
he came off the bench, little cameo appearance. I want to say on wax, that I think he's a very cold and will be a very effective player. I won't say he's a good footballer.
No. This is my. So shall we get a flag?
Yeah.
Because I'm with you.
Pin it to the mast.
Like every idiot that keeps talking to me, showing me highlight reels of his bad touches,
weird free kicks and chances in training.
Let me stun you lot. He's not Pedri. He's not the second. Like he's not trying to be Xavi or Iniesta. No.
He's not an artist. He's more of like a builder, a bricklayer.
He's like, you see, you got a chisel. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you see the big hammer behind it. He's that. He's that bit. You lot be the chisel.
Absolute attrition.
He's on that.
Weird. He will stand offside. He'll be probably ruled offside like 5 times, 6 times a game in like 15 minutes. But when he's on, there's like a certain chaos which he brings, and he always seems to get in like good positions, and then the finishing probably needs touching up. But when he came on, it was part hilarious, but I think it was an insight into how good he can be.
Listen to this.
I wanted to say that.
Do you know what? There's a theme with that style of play. Like it's only recently I've started to clock what that is, and it's a Uruguayan thing. Like you see, like what you're talking about. He brings a chaos, but within the chaos, he's comfortable though.
Yeah.
Like how mad it is. Within the chaos, he might actually even do something ability-wise. It's kind of sick.
Like he's dinked Edison and then fallen over. I'm just like, oh yeah, this is it. Because you're just doing too much.
A lot.
But there's a little example of him, where he should have squared it for some more cheapies. But I think with him, give it time, and I think the goals will start coming.
I don't think so.
No.
You know he's got something like, what's he got, 2 or 3 goals, yeah?
He had a 3 match ban as well in the Prem.
When you start doing the maths, he's like 1 and 2.
It's not bad for a just come kid. Like
I think he'll be right.
I thought Thiago today showed fair amounts of quality.
She showed Thiago.
Second,
he showed Thiago.
Yeah. Socks rolled down, big occasion. Horrible tackles as well.
I've seen Messi get dispossessed 3 times in the last 10 minutes. Just saying.
That's cool. Do you know who's a monster? An absolute monster.
Rodri?
Akanji.
Yeah, but no. You lot ain't.
Gundogan.
No.
KDB.
No. Alisson is a monster.
Made a big couple of saves, man. He does bring a calmness, I think.
Bro, Alisson, yeah. I can't remember what happened. Something insane happened, yeah, and somebody should have scored, and Alisson just saved it and then just got on with his day. There wasn't. You know how
brings it down.
Blood. He doesn't even do the sulky quiet one. He just
cracking on.
Blood. He makes his save, yeah.
No song and dance, yeah.
He don't even he's not even impressed with himself.
It's to be expected.
German, isn't it? What do you expect?
No, it's
he's German.
He had a
Becker.
Yeah. Good performance, man. Few redemption stories there. I don't think it changes much in terms of the title race. Some people are saying
it's back on.
Are now in the driving seat, and Liverpool could possibly form some sort of return to form, which I probably don't see in the long term. Klopp ruled themselves out of the title race as well. But
Salah
good money
after the game said
for Arsenal.
They're playing for the title.
It's good.
It's decent when the when the manager's message really filters down to his players. Like that.
He's just gone somewhere else, and that's 11 goals now for Mo Salah against Man City. Loves it against them.
I swear that's like his first goal in open play since like August something.
Who, Salah?
Yeah, Bleedertron. Salah, you can't zang me. I see you.
Not there yet.
No.
Hat-trick.
No, don't care.
No. Hat-trick against Rangers doesn't count.
No.
Where do we want to go next?
Oh, since talking about the title, it's only right to go to Assna.
Hold on, sorry. I just want to say, Bernardo Silva, I love your energy, bro.
No, it's good. Today he was running like an absolute dog. Like I don't know what position he was playing.
No.
Yes.
All of them. Yeah, it was the yes position.
Yes.
And yeah, he was everywhere. And like, I don't know, because he's small, people probably overlook it. But the aggression and intensity that he plays with is probably unmatched in that team. He throws himself about.
Walker's up there.
Yes.
No, but it's
different.
but it's the scrap factor. Because Walker, do you know what it is? Walker is
tenacious.
heavyweight boxer.
Yeah.
He
has no business fighting the people he does or that tackling them, and like he's so good. And him and Salah would be an interesting tear up. I wonder if they did have it, because Salah was saying let's have it off.
No, Salah absolutely batters him.
Yeah, probably innit. Probably.
Do you know what I did like though? I did like, who did he push first? Who did Bernardo push first?
So he tackled Salah but fell over, and then Salah's kind of shoved him, but he did like a sly kick, and then they were doing the face to face, and then it carried on, and then Van Dijk came over to kind of settle things because he's a tower, and Bernardo was kind of like fuck you too.
No, did Haaland come?
Haaland came after.
Oh
to bring
yeah.
it down, but Bernardo was still going.
No,
Van Dijk.
you know what's cold? He shoved. I could be wrong, but I feel like say it calmed down, and then maybe I couldn't hear, but maybe Van Dijk said something.
Yeah,
and then so Bernardo said, "Oh what, bro? Like, do you know what's cold though? He done the
get some space.
Yeah, like you know when they do the push like that because they're bigger than you, so you make it look big like that way. Like what
a bespoke push for a big man. But yeah, the title decider was there, and yeah, since we're talking about title contenders, it's only right to speak about Arsenal. Just wearing the kit again, things must be good.
Oh, by the way, sorry, that black Arsenal white
player, the black Arsenal player.
No,
there's a few.
The kits.
Oh, the black Arsenal kit. Sorry.
Arsenal, like I'm a year.
Adidas have their secret base.
Bro, it doesn't matter if it's Adidas, Puma, Nike.
Oh, they get it right.
Blood, Arsenal, bro. When do they name a season when they don't have a good kit?
Yeah,
bro, they deliver. Even you see the worst Arsenal are as well. That's when the lit kits come out.
That's not true.
That's true. You know it because you lot had the pink kit with the sharp letters and that. Lit.
That's what we got right now.
No, before
pink.
Maybe.
When I lost you?
Yeah, maybe. Now you got a black joint. Man. That's
last year was the blue one.
And you got. I swear you got a collar.
The home kit.
Collar joint, bro.
But
that's not important.
What is important is those 3 points when you're playing bad.
No,
title.
I got not be a hypocrite, yeah, because I've said on this pod before that one of the worst things you can do is to continuously win when you're playing badly.
Jess, I thought of the phrase on the way here. I was like, what is it that Jess says?
Well, that was the worst thing. You know, when you're playing bad, like United have been doing for some time, but winning, yeah, it papers all the cracks. And I don't want to be a hypocrite, yeah, and say, yeah, but we got 3 points. Yeah, I'm not convinced today. You know, we've seen what can happen to Arsenal when everyone's not giving you a 7, 8 out of 10. But it's important to remember we was at Ellen Road away, which isn't an easy stadium.
No.
That was Leeds' first loss at home in like 17 years, I think.
Eric Bailly being subbed off for being injured. I never thought I'd see that.
What no, you're lying.
No way. Eric Bailly.
By the way, I just want to quickly, as just talking about Eric Bailly, who's on loan, Harry Winks and Sergio Reguilon, who one of them's gone away to get some game time to hopefully get in the squad for maybe the World Cup. Or between them combined, so if you add his minutes together and his minutes together, you get a combined 0. That's about your score.
What exchange rate?
Probably euros.
So it's still 0.
It's all 0.
Yeah, pretty much.
0. Yeah, no. Arsenal. I mean,
win when you're playing bad is what they say.
Yeah, but don't keep playing
sign
bad.
the champions.
Yeah,
we're saying don't keep playing bad and winning.
I mean, obviously, you'd always rather win than lose, regardless of how you play. Yeah. But guys, let's don't think. Don't do that thing. When your team loses 6-1, you say, yeah, but I scored though.
Oh God.
Yeah, don't.
This is like the reverse. You're saying.
Yeah, also don't say we got battered, but we got 3 points though, because you can't let this keep on. You know what I'm saying? So
I think there's not many teams that will get at you as much as Leeds at Elland Road. So it's possibly like
I don't know
matchup that you won't face too often. You don't think so?
I'm not sure.
What? Who else goes hell for level like them?
Like I just
At
think
home,
for instance, you could buck a Brentford who are gonna give you energy.
not like Leeds. Though.
I don't know if it's like Leeds.
No, not like Leeds, but let's like I don't think it was. Oh wow, the insane intensity of. I think it's just a team
They
having
were playing
some.
with like 6 forwards.
No, a team having some. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
It's 10 games in the season, so that's over a quarter of the season now.
Yeah, we're here now.
Arsenal 9 wins.
Have you seen the form
Fantastic.
list?
It's dropped.
Yeah, they're
3 points.
I saw a picture, and it was just green. There was like one speck of red,
Greenfield.
just
United.
green.
Yeah, when do we start taking Arsenal seriously? Because it seems like the media are now taking them seriously. But when do we, as human beings, not media people, start saying Arsenal could actually win this
Mount
league?
a title challenge. I think when you buck City is probably when I'll make my mind up on that.
That's a fair shot, you know. Yeah.
You've done well, I think, in big games. What you played, Spurs,
Man U.
played well against Man United, lost Liverpool, won against Liverpool, and people keep saying, "Oh, they've played no one," but loads of teams have played nobodies and lost. You lot have beaten everyone bar United, so I'd probably say I think top 4 is done, locked in, and I think if anything, if you do fall out of that, it's a massive failure.
A lot of Arsenal fans are saying that we need to remember that the goal of the season was to qualify for the Champions League.
Fair.
Do you know what?
That's keeping their powder dry, I think.
Yeah, I'm not.
Feet on the ground.
I'm with that.
Do you know what? You know, like what I like. I want to get like. Not I want to get behind the Arsenal shot, like, but it's hard for me to say like. It's hard for me to say that. Yeah, like I can see it, because in reality, this is the truth. I've watched this geezer finish outside of Europe
Twice, back to back.
It's called 8th.
twice,
Yeah.
back to back, and then
The 5th, yeah.
when he was in the driver's seat with a handful of games, he only needed to not even lose to Spurs or whatever. I saw him just capitulate.
Yeah.
So the only problem is, when I'm seeing all of this, and in reality, it does look like it looks like Arsenal are in the title race. Like, and until they're not, they are in it, yeah. But it's kind of hard to ignore that, like, because, and I think for me as a Tottenham fan, that was such a big part of my season. Like, separate away from Arsenal and being an Arsenal fan, or whatever, like, Arsenal not doing their thing is directly tied into the fortunes of being a Tottenham fan. So it's like, I can't really help but notice that. So I'm kind of wondering.
It's something you watch out for.
See, I'm the opposite. Those games against Tottenham and Newcastle, where it fell off, that's what's made Arsenal what they are now. And I think I said it already again. The United loss as well, just kind of
A kick up the arse.
Yeah, kick up the arse. So I think because we lost against Spurs and Newcastle last season, that's why we are firmly in the title race today, because there's no more complacency.
Saka seems to be picking it up. Towards the start of the season, I weren't really impressed with the performances he was getting.
Some people were saying that.
I weren't really mad for what I was seeing.
Mbappe assist.
An Mbappe assist, a collector's item. Will they celebrate
for
together?
Neymar?
Of course.
Of
they will.
Of course Neymar will run over to him.
Of course they will. So that's good. That's finally done. I'm glad, because me and Scorch been talking about that passionately for a few months now. But yeah, Saka, great finish on the right foot. Didn't know he had that. Like, I was.
No, he's got. Do you know what he has?
Smashed it.
No, but do you know what that is? Working right foot. You know, like, he's got like, okay, I can probably do a bit more things with my right foot. However, I've mastered the connection, and he done the connection thing.
So good. Just a bit of drama in this game, pushing and shoving, a penalty miss. Gabriel.
Is he gay? Are we doing Gabriel now? Yeah. Shout out to Henny Gibbs. Gabriel.
I'm behind. Oh, he said something fire. I'm with Gabriel all the way. Yeah, I'm with him all the way. Like,
and the chaos that he brings
yeah, it's all about balance.
The instability.
Shout outs to Chaos.
Listen,
Chaos
yeah,
every time.
like I remember. I'm gonna say a few things here. You guys might be too young to remember this.
Uh-huh.
But I'm gonna say a few things here. Okay. Squadron Mustafi.
Yes.
Again, you guys might be a bit too young to remember this. Pablo Mari.
Yes.
The guy that Lukaku retired.
David Luiz, Callum Chambers, Cole Jenkinson.
Don't know. Whoa. You've said David Luiz's name in within some
You say respect.
respect.
Cole Jenkinson, Cedric Suarez.
Yeah.
So Arsenal fans, just count your blessings, okay? Whenever you say Gabriel, take a deep breath and say those names I just said after that.
Okay.
And then really
Like, on a level, Pablo Mari,
Pablo Mari.
what he was keeping up with for 5 minutes, brother. Like, you know, as a not Arsenal fan, like, man's watching this and saying, "Oh my God, it's lit." Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you know, like, it doesn't matter whether you lot win or lose, whatever game. If this is what's going on, this is not over 38 games. That's not gonna. And Arteta, give him his credit because he made bold decisions. He said, "Right, I bought you. Fuck off. Get out. You, the club bred you, but get out. Like, you, the fans bred you, but get out. Get out. Go and get me this little boy, because I know my brethren Vincent said, yo, he's this. All right, cool, that's one. This little kid from Porto, no one don't really know him, but I rate his thing. Like, he's just done what he thinks he needed to do. He's like, I need a striker. There's not really many strikers about. You know what? Let me just buy my brethren. And you know what else? I need somebody that can do bare things. Let me just go and buy this, my adaptable brethren.
Ukrainian army knife.
The Ukrainian Swiss art. Oh, right. Yeah.
So based on that, I mean,
looking good, man.
We need to count our blessings, Arsenal.
I saw a lot of talk today, people saying Saliba is human. So similar to Haaland getting locked up at Anfield.
Why are they saying Saliba is human?
Because he turns around and loses the ball sometimes, like loses the flight of the ball.
No, but what were they? What did they think we thought?
Oh, prior to that, superhuman.
Oh,
indestructible, infallible.
So question, because today's a big day. So Saliba's human. Okay, cool. So right now today, because I'm imagining Saliba's on this trajectory, that way, yeah. Van Dijk. I don't know if he's doing that, but he's at least maybe. You know what I mean? He's not.
What you saying? Preparing for landing.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's maybe put a seatbelt on. But Saliba right now today or Van Dijk?
Or both today.
Today.
I'll take Saliba today.
You take who?
I'm taking William Saliba today over Van Dijk today.
What was it?
Fair enough.
I'm going Van Dijk. Sorry, all day.
What I saw from Van Dijk today said, "Okay, that's it. I don't have any more." Like, he made me say, just the header alone. Okay.
Yeah.
It's still like, it's in there.
Just a little reminder, man.
It's in there, man.
Just a little reminder. But yeah, good stuff from Arsenal. But yeah, someone just needs to Rob Holding. Do the Rob Holding. Get an arm around
Ooh, Rob Holding. Sure. No, tell them books.
It went under the radar when the beef and the passer was happening.
When the beef kicked off.
Yeah, who was there? He looked around and Holding held him down. He did his thing, man, because
he just stopped the whole everything.
He just said, no, calm down with me. And that saved possibly a cast iron red card. And
do you know what?
That stuff went under the radar. That's probably kept Gabriel playing for the next few games. That's was getting sent off for violent conduct and headbutting Bamford.
You know, even if he don't, like, just say he just has that's where the game turns. That is where
all back
the game
down.
turns.
No, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Arsenal 9 victories from 10 games, 4 points ahead of champions Man City,
and still not title contenders.
You decide. Moving forwards to Chelsea. 6 wins in 6 under Graham Potter. I think it is now.
Something about those 6 wins.
Graham Potter's still looking like he's glowed up. Mason Mount is back, or we can call him Jason again.
Nah, chill out.
The free kick was down the middle.
Chill out. You tried to give him Jason Jounce status.
The 2 finishes today, well hit, and I think he's been playing well for the last 4 weeks, and it probably coincides with Potter coming in. But his trajectory again is
When you say well hit with the free kick, exactly, what do you mean?
it's good connection.
Oh,
It looked good from one angle,
Shape.
and then when you see it,
it's in the middle of the fucking goal.
Who was everyone's fan favorite for a while. I feel like he's fallen away a bit.
I saw him linked. I saw him maybe linked with Man U.
Ooh, hopefully.
Like no, in recent.
Hopefully.
I've been seeing like he was linked with Man U.
I want
and I thought,
nothing to do with him. A Tyrone Mings mistake, a collector's item. Speaking of collector's items, an Mbappe assist and a Tyrone Mings mistake. Doesn't usually make mistakes like that. And I think if he tried to recreate that header 1,000
He'd
times,
struggle.
he probably wouldn't. But it just shows you where Villa are at the minute.
Chelsea, I think since Potter's come in, they've won 3 Champions League games. I think they drew 1. They beat Milan twice.
I think they drew the first one.
Okay, so and they've drawn 1 against Salzburg, beat Milan twice, and won 3 in the league. Okay, they've beaten Villa and 2 other teams like this.
Palace away, and I can't remember the one in between last week.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say this as well. By the way,
Wolves.
I could
3-0.
be wrong. Yeah, like you don't tell me, but I felt like Aston Villa, like I can't say battered them because they didn't score a goal in it, but they moved to them.
Chelsea were giving up chances,
Bro,
which is the new.
Do you know what was happening? They were like getting chances, yeah, and then the chance wasn't a chance. It was like guy gets in behind, or maybe not completely in behind, but he's got a shot on goal. Like it's a good chance to score.
Yeah.
Bam, he's whacking it as hard as he can at Kepa, but Kepa's saving it.
Yeah,
but then it's spilling out to somebody else who's first time whacking it at Kepa's face. He's saving it. Then somebody's offside, and then guess what? He's whacking it anyway. It's hitting Kepa's like, bro.
Today was good Kepa PR, man.
Like I can't see like a day like today. How does Mendy get back in?
As we said before the pod started, this is an example of where strength and conditioning coaches, yada yada yada, all these guys will probably just say, Mendy, don't rush. It's calm. Take your time. Potter will be like, don't worry.
Yeah, trust me.
You've got a World Cup coming up.
Don't you hurt yourself trying to rush back.
We've got Kepa. He made a crazy save on the line. I can't remember who from, but it was just one of those days, where everything was falling into place for him, which is crazy. Talk about things falling into place or out of place. Villa, how long does Gerrard last? Does he make it to Christmas?
The pride won't let them fire him. Steven Gerrard, Steve G.
His pride.
No.
Steven Gerrard. No. His pride. He's one of our golden boys. You know.
Okay, it'll be a mutual. You'll get that.
Steven Gerrard. You can't fire Steven Gerrard.
When you get there, what is it? The tick boxes. Like, remember when Mourinho left Spurs, and did you get this many words in your letter from Spurs? And did you get a video? And did you get an Instagram post? Do you think Steven Gerrard will get it all?
They're not going to fire him.
It's just not going to happen.
No, they will refuse to fire him.
There indefinitely.
He's going to have to just turn it around.
Something needs to change. No, but how can he turn it around?
There's only so long Steven Gerrard.
Who?
Steven
Gerrard.
There's only so long Steven Gerrard can be having pressers and interviews and being bullish and
good interview with JD Dyer as well the other day. Yeah,
there's only so long he can do that and talk like that and just have aggression on the football pitch. Like I clocked it last season. I'm gonna keep saying it. Yeah, when we moved to them, but the game felt closer. It was 4-0. They didn't have they never was nowhere near scoring.
Yeah.
But the game felt like, and I remember before all the goals went in, I was like, why are they, like they're just running and fouling, man. Like they're just very, very hyper aggressive. They press a lot, they run, they work bare hard. But because they run so much, I shouldn't say because they run so much, because they're willing to run, they're not like, or when we played them anyway, you get to realise that they don't really have much. I'm sure they have patterns of play and tactics and a game plan, but from where I'm sitting, it doesn't really look like that. It looks like you lot are just trying hard.
McGinn.
Lots of trying hard. By the way, I saw McGinn kind of kick someone in the face today.
It's, the curse of the Villa armband.
I think Villa and Gerrard are fortunate that we've got Nottingham Forest and Leicester in the league right now.
What is funny about mentioning Nottingham Forest is, I think when I realised that Villa are in big trouble is when they drew against Nottingham Forest on Monday.
Yeah.
It's inexplicable.
That's not okay.
But yeah, I was trying to say with regards to Graham Potter, he's had a good start at Chelsea, but you got to take into account who he's played. It's not easy to adapt to such a job like Chelsea.
What was it Chelsea? Before he joined? I've never been to a Champions League match. Like all that stuff.
Bros, can I ask you, man, something? And just be honest with me.
No.
Yeah. When you're watching Chelsea at the moment, do you feel like I know they got a white kit with blue hoops, but if they were to just maybe change the angle of the hoops and straighten them this way, so we got stripes and they're white and blue,
Interchange it with.
Is it giving you Brighton? Because I'm gonna be so real with you. When I watch Chelsea, I could be wrong. Yeah, I could be. And when I say Brighton, I don't mean Chris Hughton's Brighton or some other Brighton. I mean the absolute peak Brighton, like with Mwepu, Caicedo and Basuma. That's the three to pick from. And the Lallana and McAllister and the Wavius
and Gross.
all the wickedness,
all the guys.
Everyone that, and Dan Burns still about. Like
is there a Lamptey in this imaginary
yes.
team? Yeah.
Yes.
Because he
like, so we've got and Solly March.
Oh, lovely.
Solly March.
One touch Solly.
Like, so, but yeah, like when I'm looking at Chelsea, I feel like they're like, obviously they're going to be changing from Tuchel's team to Potter's team now, but it's like, what is Potter's team? Like,
I feel like they changed shape loads under Potter.
So
like
fluid.
Sterling became like the striker. Like there's a lot.
He's good at getting Sterling opportunities though.
Yeah. What do
Outside
you
the
think
box.
Sterling moved so far?
It's like I don't think it's fair I don't think it's really fair to appraisal Sterling at the moment, because when you look at it, he's coming to a club that was just found the owner. Like we just got we just got owner. Marina's gone. Check, there's bare things changing, and then on top of that, you got a gaffer who's going through a divorce and whatever's going on in his personal life, and then on top of it, the footballing's not really hitting at the moment. He's probably feeling unappreciated, whatever that's going on. Then he leaves, and you got a new gaffer coming on. There's a lot going on, so I feel like it's probably not fair to judge Sterling even remotely before December.
Cool,
that's my opinion.
Just
Yeah, I think he's doing the best he can do, but I always feel Sterling, he needs the people around him. Like peak Sterling was when he had Leroy Sané.
I thought you were going to say Suarez.
No. Aguero down through the middle, and who was it? Also, Fernandinho.
Yeah, Dino.
Yeah, you gotta have the players around him to get the most out of him.
Not Kudaba. Not Kudaba.
No, and Kudaba as well. Yeah,
Cordoba.
You gotta put people in place to get the most out of him. But he will still do good.
I feel like Sterling is obviously a good footballer, but he's a system player. Not when I say a system player, I don't mean and let me just clear that up. I don't mean he requires a system to be effective. I'm saying I think when you tailor a system around him or think of him, use him uniquely within your system, as in I've got this idea, and then if Sterling fits in with your idea, if he fit, I think he's exceptional. I think he's not the same as see Jack Grealish. I don't foresee there being a system that this system is fucking hell, makes Jack Grealish's output insane. I feel like you can get it right with Sterling and see wild output. That's just my opinion.
And that was Jack Grealish, who didn't play today in the biggest game of the season, but had one celebration ruled out when Foden's goal was disallowed.
Mega Amaron has more goals than Jack Grealish.
Yeah, another week where that stat remains. So Steven Gerrard, will he see Christmas?
Yes, he will. Because it's Steven Gerrard.
I'll be honest, man. I feel like this Gerrard thing's just gonna come out the blue. I think everybody
Plug will be pulled.
By
the
way, we've played 10 games now. They might be on 9. How many games have Villa on?
Villa are on 10 games, minus 6 goals.
There's only 4 more games before we go to the blood clot.
Will be a good time.
And you reckon he'll be out before they're done with the Ross clock?
Might be on a panel doing punditry. He's lucky.
When the bomber starts, he'll still be head of Villa.
Spare a thought for Reece James as well.
Yeah,
going to be in a knee brace for minimum 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Probably misses the World Cup.
Yeah,
Like he's got to make if I'm him, I'm making a career decision and not
It's
going
getting
World
close.
Cup.
I saw a man one time, rush back to play the World Cup, and he was never the same ever again. And his name was Radamel Falcao. Just bear that in mind.
But he did have one hot season again at Monaco, but that doesn't matter.
At where?
Monaco.
What league is that in?
Ligue 1. Champions League semi though.
Before we move on from Aston Villa, what do we think of the Coutinho signing now that the ink has properly dried?
I thought it was minging when it was a loan.
I didn't know that Coutinho was from Ojuelegba in Nigeria because he's a fraudster.
Is he from the same village as Yao Kouassi?
Him and Yao Kouassi were actually born in the same hospital.
All right.
Yeah. Coutinho one stinks. Sorry for all you Jamaicans out there.
He's not even Cochin.
Yeah, but Leon Bailey stinks as well. I'm sorry.
It's hard to.
Oh no! Do you know what's crazy?
It was thinking.
He did some good things and some other things.
Yeah, other things.
And then ends up getting dragged as.
I don't feel like Leon Bailey and
No,
Gerrard
it's definitely not a fit. It's not. I've clocked that from ages ago.
I'll tell you what happens. Leon
I
Bailey
caught
pulls up to the training, blazing popcorn. Yeah,
Windows down.
Windows down, and Steven Gerrard pulls up at the same time. He's looking at him confused, like. Hey,
Yeah, it's not.
Lad,
It's not a natural fit, man.
I reckon as well.
Feel that is.
I can tell Bailey at some point. I said to him, "What?" And I don't know. Do you know what it is?
Received.
I don't know how Steven
Steven Gerrard.
The vibes weren't right. It's not the time for a while.
Hey, it's very stinky, but you know we should have known from 2020 that season there when we was like, hey, this John McGinn guy's pretty good. Yeah, we should just known that. Like, come on, man.
just that.
Yeah, it's John McGinn.
Do you remember there was a lot of there was like interest warming for like John McGinn to go to like Manchester United.
Yeah, the big move was on.
There's a few players in that Villa team actually. Martinez, Mings, Ezri Konsa lied to us. John McGinn, Leon Bailey.
Ollie Watkins. Ings and that.
Where's Ollie Watkins?
No, forget them guys, because none of that matters. You know why? We use all these 10 man. We're using all of these 10 man to develop what we need. And that's Jacob Ramsey. Look, you guys just keep us in the league whilst this guy's learning the game.
Look after him.
But
just
it's not enough though, man. Like, you're going to drag him down with you. I can't have that.
No, but I feel like when you see Jacob Ramsey, he's got a bit about him. He's going that way.
No, but this is the problem. though,
Regardless of what's happening.
So he's going that way, yeah? Okay. So he's here, okay? But what the problem is that if Villa are down here, he's here is here. You understand?
No,
I don't know if this is clear on the camera. Cool. So this is Ramsey's trajectory and this is Villa's trajectory. okay?
Yeah, but there's trajectory, but then there's also location.
Yeah, it's all relative, okay? So let's just say Villa are here, on his current trajectory, yeah, look at the point of my finger, yeah? That could be, let's say, like a 4th to 6th place team. Let's call that Arsenal, yeah? For what it is, they finished 5th last season, so, yeah, cool. But when Villa drop down here, okay, yeah, he's gone from a 4th to 5th place team, okay, to now a 14th to 17th place team.
Yeah.
When Villa get relegated.
Fight with boxing gloves.
Exactly. So
his dad-
these are the
his
people
dad's a
looking at him
boxer.
now, because these people up here are saying, yeah, you can't play here yet.
You can't play with us.
You've got to go back down here, prove you can play, to then. I don't know if I said that.
No,
You guys
because
know what I'm saying?
he's going to have to drag Villa
Yeah,
to show everyone else.
exactly.
His value.
I hope you guys understand what I'm saying.
Just
Yeah, it's
that's
obvious.
like arithmetic from Pythagoras from Jess.
Soccer
the
Tower.
Gaffer show, man. You get football and other things.
Triangles.
Tottenham triangles.
Spurs.
They ended up playing with a 3-5-2.
So
It was well overdue.
So.
And it came probably not by Conte's doing. Richarlison went off.
yeah.
What was it? 2-0 win at the Lane.
Yeah.
Unbeaten. At the soon-to-be Google Stadium.
I wonder why can't they call it why can't they call it the Google Arena?
No, it's the Googleplex.
Is that what they're gonna call it?
No, that's what I'm going to call it. Can I speak?
They're probably going to
yeah?
call it something
Yeah, go
like
on.
that.
Son Heung-min is quite bleeding right now. Yeah.
No, incorrect.
Okay, he's got 5 goals this season.
Mm-hmm.
But those 5 goals came in 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to know the general question for you too, Dan. Yeah. Would you rather a striker score, let's say, 18 goals in the season?
Yeah.
Those 18 goals are split between hat tricks, 6 hat tricks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or would you rather a striker scores, let's say, 15 goals in the season? Yeah. but only scores 1 per game.
So you're basically saying, would you rather Cristiano Ronaldo or Ivan Toney?
Exactly that. For you guys too.
Ask me that question today.
That's a
and
tough
I know,
ass question.
No, 'cause think about
and
it,
I'm
'cause
taking Ivan Toney.
A goal every single game is more effective, yeah?
Yeah.
Because those could be 1-1.
Because you got an opportunity to win every game.
Yeah.
1-1
But
to
those
1-0s.
3 hat-tricks, yeah? 6 times.
They can only give you
So they're wasting. Son's wasting goals.
Exactly. I can only give you, what, 18
He's doing
points?
too much. He's scoring too many goals.
Yeah.
Save
Sorry,
them.
That was just the thing I was thinking about. Back to you, Scorch.
Heung-min Son though. As you ask about him,
On Min Dad?
Needs to have a word.
he's no. He played really good in midweek in the Champions League, and he's played good again today. He didn't score, but he just played good. Not today,
You'll take
yesterday.
that, you'll take that.
Yeah. For me, I'm much more impressed with like he's playing like the last 3 games, like 2 games definitely. He's played well. Like man can say, "Oh, raw,"
And that's not always the case with Son.
yeah, that's not really his thing. Even when he's in good form, that's not really his thing. But he's starting to look like himself again.
A lot has been made recently of Tottenham not playing well and still winning it. I don't really watch Tottenham play. Okay.
Yesterday was
No,
boring.
just
First half was horrible.
Just
I'll be honest.
not many people do.
I don't
Okay.
I don't want to spend my Saturday evenings like
But
that.
what I will say though, yeah,
But this
is
is
look at the
a
league
job.
position, yeah. Sorry, Dan, scroll up a little bit. Oh yeah, they're in 3rd, yeah.
3rd, yeah,
11
23 points.
with Man City. Yeah, I think because Haaland is doing Haaland, and Arsenal are doing this thing that they're doing, yeah, they've been overlooked because
It's challenging.
this is very good.
Yeah.
On a neutral perspective, doing better than these guys in number 4, and better than these guys in number 5 considerably. So I think Tottenham
Number 3 is doing better.
number 3 is doing better than number
think so.
4.
Yeah.
And better than number 5. But number 6 are pretty good. And number 7 shouldn't be there. Neither should number 8. Going for the league table, guys.
This is more maths and
But
numbers.
yeah.
I would say no, Tottenham are doing good. Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely going under the radar. Kane's doing really well as well, considering the start to season that he had last year. A lot of penalties, man. I called him Harry Penandez in one of my groups.
Yeah.
It's a bit, I don't know if there's something to it. I don't know if
How many penalties? I saw something on Twitter which I think was false, judging by the comments.
He's got bare penalties and headers this season.
yeah, I was just like, oh, okay. And that's not to say he's been playing poorly or anything, but yeah, just a lot. I haven't seen a kooky name created by Paddy Power and their social media admin. But yeah, Bissouma changed the game yesterday. It shouldn't be a surprise to anyone with a few brain cells. Scott, do you think he will start getting starts and featuring in that 11?
I think what Basuma's done now, I think he's now got himself in the rotation. So there will be times when he thinks, oh, right, it's best to go with a 3, and other times. But I think now before, I think he might have had that thought and not gone with it.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't think we're here at home thinking, oh my God, Tottenham look like they could do with another midfielder. I don't really need another attacker. I don't think we think that, and Conte hasn't thought that. I think he's thought that. He's looked at the bench and said, nah, you know what?
Because he said, I saw an interview with him and he was saying he could have brought Lucas Moura on, but he's recently back. He said there's Brian Hill as well, but he said, no, I think I'm going to go with Bissouma. And it paid off. Guys, people assume I'm tied to just 2 things or one thing. And yeah, yesterday he went 3-5-2.
I want to comment on Richarlison quickly, but before I do, Marseille PSG, Sanchez and Messi are both playing.
Ooh, beef.
Opposite sides.
Bubbling under the surface.
Yeah, they don't like each other.
I reckon if Sanchez has a chance, he'll do something. Not like to him on violence, but I mean like footballing style.
Yeah. Obviously, Richarlison's injured now. Could be out for a little period. In the league, I think
0
goals and or assists.
0.
But yeah, from what I have seen, he has seemed to be not maybe impactful, but he's had a presence.
0 assists.
He might be on
He
that.
got an assist for Harry Kane outside of the boot.
Oh yeah. Against Nottingham Forest.
So then that's the one I think. I think I did see one.
Fair. I do remember one. But yeah, he's been good. Impactful off the bench.
Numbers tell one part of the story. Yes, I need to know from you, Scorch. Yeah, you watch Tottenham. Yeah,
A resident Spurs analyst.
Has he been acceptable so far? His input to the team.
Yeah.
For the fee as well. The fee of what was it, 60?
50.
I didn't want to take money into consideration, but fuck it, let's take money into consideration. For £60 million, where he is now, are you happy with this?
Oh, what if it stays here?
No. It's going to change. It's going to change.
Oh, okay.
It has to change.
Must change. If it stays like this, Everton like not even like no, he will stay. Back. Do you know the problem? I'll be honest.
Touch. Oh my god. You're an idiot.
You just have to score.
I honestly see like what Richarlison's doing and what he's offering is beneficial to the team. The only thing that makes it techie, and I feel like we needed a Richarlison in our team. Like he's filling a bit of the Eric Lamela itch, and that's part of the makeup of Tottenham Hotspur, as we know it today. Anyway, But with Richarlison, I feel like what he does isn't really something you needed to spend 50 to 60 million pound on. However, though, it's the other thing though. We did need him. That's the truth.
Thing is,
and I don't think we've actually yet seen what exactly he was bought for.
I think you're wrong. What he's doing,
competition
isn't worth 60 million, But what he was doing at Everton was worth.
Yeah.
Do you understand? He just hasn't started doing that yet. So if you're based on what you believe he can do based on what he has done, then I think 60 million was a fair price tag considering he's.
No, I think no, it's not. I think 60 million is a fair price. 50 to 60 is fair price, But when I'm looking at what he's doing,
give him some time.
Yeah, he's got time. He's got till.
This is a Brazilian man.
He may miss the World Cup, so.
This is a Brazilian man playing for an Italian manager. Like, give him time to assimilate.
In England.
Let him. Please.
Can I just say also, there's been so much talk about like Basuma and Spence. Spence is definitely, as a Spurs fan, it's a little bit concerning. Like, what's going on?
Got a little run out yesterday, innit?
Yeah, but Conte is like what he's saying in his like press conferences and what he's actually doing in terms of letting man on the pitch is starting to make me think. I could be wrong. This could be a mad guess. Like
we say the eternal optimist.
Yeah, I could be being super optimistic, but I think when I listen to what he's saying about them being young and them needing to learn and come into his idea, I thought, do you know what I think? I think he thinks these two youths here have got massive ceilings, but what I'm gonna do is start from scratch. I could be wrong. Like
there has been talk of him saying stuff about tactically, especially Basuma wasn't at the required level.
And then what's funny is you see, like when he has come, like you see, the game yesterday is probably the first time that we've heard like Conte speaking positively about him going into a game. So we kind of had the inkling. Oh, you might like Basuma. And what I get is like he ain't on playing him until he's ready. Like, we know we spent the money and we know he was sick and whatever.
And that's how it should be, I think. Yeah, there shouldn't be this pressure to just.
Do you know what it is? If this was at Man City, nobody would say anything.
A Calvin Phillips situation.
But what it is at Tottenham, I think because of our idea of Tottenham and how we know Tottenham to be, we don't look at Tottenham like that. We don't look at Tottenham as a club that take themselves that serious. Like, you're going to sign a player, you're going to spend all this money on a player, you who don't really spend money, and then not play them. Or what, you're not playing him, so what, you're training him how to come into this, what, your things that deep, what, you trying to win the league? That's the energy that we get. But the reality is man's never going to get there without doing these things. But I think they're actually happening. So I can see I think Jed Spence back into the season.
Fair.
Back into the season.
But
Basuma,
come back out.
the tree, 5, 2. I did say to guys though, when that comes out,
it's like a mixtape.
It's
like a mixtape.
No, it was a beautiful thing, and I think
you said when it comes out,
the lead up to Højbjerg's goal, I think there's a passage of play where Basuma takes the ball off of the defense. He's press resistant. Like you can't hurry him off the ball more time. Bentancur and Højbjerg can play further out the pitch.
Do you know what is sick about Basuma that I've conceived different? Like you see, like Tottenham, they will give the ball to like Rodrigo. Like they trust him, but they know he's. You see Basuma, no. You see by the end of the game, they're looking for Basuma. Like when we get the ball, like man have already looked where Basuma is whilst they're asking for the ball. Like he's getting into, and I think that is when if he becomes a heartbeat of our team or a mainstay in our team, I think you'll start to see much better patterns of play. Because one thing about the 3-4-3, I feel like you don't ever get a grip of the game to where you decide how things are happening. Whereas like with Basuma in the middle and with the 3 in the middle, it's on man. Like it's up to man if man want to play fast, if we want to play deep, if like. Whereas when it's the 2, it's a survival thing. It's a lot of survival going
spring
on.
And break. Yeah. Where this is like you're in control of the tempo and the direction of the game.
Like there's more chance like when you've got the 2 in the middle, like you better attack them to make them defend. Rather like if that's how you want to get a break, because like then there's no reason to respect you. Why are you going to respect 2 guys?
Can't get trampled over. Yeah. Speaking of trampled over, Man United played Newcastle.
Oh, sorry. Romero is fix up.
Top. Oh, not impressed.
I know you're decent, but
seeing signs.
He's playing shit, man.
Okay.
As a Tottenham fan, I ain't heard no Tottenham fan say this. Romero, you keep doing like he keeps like being like having lapses in concentration. They're not leading to goals, but you're just being shit, man.
Okay. I watched him yesterday. No, nothing really stood out.
No, I'm pre-ing that boy because he cost 45 million euro.
Euro.
Man United played out a 0-0 draw at Old Trafford against Newcastle.
I'll love
the
it.
Battle of the Uniteds.
I'll love it.
The old United and the future New United.
I'll tell you what.
I watched this game and it was reminiscent of United versus Omonia. United had a lot of the ball, but the cutting edge just isn't there.
I'm telling you guys, man, don't play bad and win and then make excuses. A lot's got to change. Obviously, you're on the right track. Got rid of those 3 defenders that were holding you back. Spider-Man, Roberto Carlos.
No, he's back in the fold.
Oh, he's today.
He's right back in the fold.
You see, and then look what's happening. I was right. Yeah. And the Maguire kid. Fred and Casemiro in the midfield. It's a good start. Like let them. I know they play for Brazil, but let them gel in this.
Still need more from Casemiro. Quite sloppy.
But Casemiro done it outside of the boot cross. Wow.
Should have been put away. When Rashford came on, I think there was possibly more of a threat. I might be being generous. No, I'm going to say, there was more of a threat when he was on. But those are the moments that make you the £100 million player or just like some guy that's just hanging around at a club too long.
Yeah, you started Ronaldo today, which for me, it seemed like not sentimental, but it's like, okay, let's see what you can do, as opposed to like, we believe you're really gonna score.
Yeah, Conte said that. Ten Hag said that Ronaldo wasn't in a great physical shape because he missed out on pre-season.
Been saying
and
this.
I like that.
I kind of like it.
And he's someone who prides himself on his physical appearance and fitness and recovery and whatnot. And Ten Hag said, no, you weren't in the correct shape for me.
To Scorch on the phone 1,000,000 times, Scorch, I said, what the hell was this 38-year-old man
yeah
going into the season without doing a pre-season?
It's tough.
And all you idiots out there, not you or gaffers, because you guys have got sense. I'm talking about all the pundits. Like, no, it'll be alright. It's Cristiano Ronaldo.
It's Cristiano. No, they showed us him. I will never ever forget this.
Oh, unlucky Mbappe.
They showed us Cristiano Ronaldo, doing lap pull downs whilst the team
in America
were away doing
Can I tell you
pre-season.
something,
Hold on, lap pull downs.
Yes.
And I think he was doing drop sets. I think he's doing lap pull downs, and then when someone, your person
for the gym
training, they
Drop it.
bro.
Can I tell you something? Never in my life, never in the world of, there is no correlation between being a good football player and doing lap pull downs. Okay? You don't ever do this action.
That's not a pre-season.
You don't ever do this action in football. When are you playing football?
No, when he's jumping.
Bro, he had on his they're sick. He had on his Man United shorts doing lap pull downs, and they were saying pundits that you listen to when you're watching Man U versus whoever, they were saying, but it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's so fit. He's one of the what are we talking about? He's
Just go
38 years old doing lap pull
Is he doing
downs.
behind the head lap pull downs?
No, he's doing to the chest. No, he's doing to the chest. You know that one, Jess? When you get a little lean back.
Oh, this one.
Bro,
Hold on, this one.
Hold on, wait. Hold on, what's it?
Okay, 1 minute. I'm gonna do one each time, yeah. I can do two this time.
No, do another.
He's doing fucking lap pull downs.
For those of you listening at home, we just had a gym.
No, seriously,
expo.
seriously. The guy's doing lap pull downs and wondering why he has one league goal this season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, and he's fit. How was he?
He's 38. He's 38.
But yeah, after watching the game, Ronaldo wasn't probably the biggest problem, and yeah, he is one of United's problems.
I'm telling you, he's a problem.
Martial being made of paper mache doesn't help.
Don't.
It doesn't help.
Because I tried to say to guys, was you trying to rise some kind of Martial agenda?
He is probably the most important forward in United's team when he's fit.
No, bro.
I have to caveat it with when he's fit.
No, because you and another person that I know, but I can't remember which
Let's just
exactly
blame
it is.
SB. Just blame SB.
No, it's not SB. It's not SB because he's not mad. He's crazy. He's crazy. He's just not mad. Blood. I've been hearing United people trying to insert Martial. It's the same United people that made me say, okay, because I thought he was decent.
No, he is.
But you lot said to me he's been here since Louis Van Gaal,
and
when was that?
Yeah, that's about 7 years. Yeah.
So what? So hold on. I'm sorry. We're gonna do this with Martial. Yeah, you have positive feelings towards him, positive vibrations.
Many.
And cool. So in terms of his United career, what section of his career are we in this moment? Are we waiting for him to come? What stage is this?
This is where you can see the horizon or the fall off, but he's still in his moment when he's fit, but that's just never the case, which is such a shame because when you've seen when he comes back, United
how old is he?
About 21. Same age as Rashford, roughly.
Is that 26 or something?
No.
Yeah, 26.
No.
Yeah, he's at 26.
Impossible. Him and Rashford are very similar in age. He's at 20.
Search it. And one thing I found out today is United need Eriksen more than a hole in the head. It's crazy that we're relying on a playmaker who had a life-threatening injury.
Nah, it's not though. I did think. I think
it's crazy how much we rely on him.
I think in terms of the kind of football that Ten Hag wants to play, you'd think somebody like Eriksen is integral. So key. Yes.
Martial's how old, Dan?
26. I'm gonna step out and say 27.
I'm gonna say 6.
Dan was right on both occasions because he's currently 26 and he's very nearly 27.
And we're waiting.
Let it go.
Dan, you said a second ago that Ronaldo isn't the problem. Yeah, I'm gonna say he is. That he affects patterns of play because he didn't do a preseason and he's 42 years old. Yeah. No.
There are other players on the pitch.
No, I'm gonna blame Ronaldo.
I didn't say what. Who? Yeah. So
Anthony was up against Dan Burn.
I heard Anthony
roasted him a million times.
Chat to me.
Then the final pass is where we're falling short. And I think Jess is right in one sense that Ronaldo being a problem again. In that players seem to just want to
pass him the ball.
Yeah. Which probably isn't always the best option. But yeah, Rashford had a gilt-edged chance, last kick, header of the game. And yeah, that's where
94th minute.
You make your name, man.
You know what, Dan, yeah? You said players want to give him the ball, yeah, and they just give it to him. That's a problem. On the other end of the spectrum, there was a player that played for United years ago, yeah, called Mason Greenwood. And he was on the other end of the spectrum where he wasn't giving him the ball.
Ever really respected him, yeah.
And that also was a problem. So you got to find the right balance.
It's the balance.
Yeah.
Balance. Who I don't really know anybody that he links with yet.
Only
Bruno-ish.
Tries.
Rashford-ish as well. But it's fleeting. I will say on the other side of
Casemiro.
the coin, Casemiro, you see the quality, but then sometimes he's still not where I need him to be.
Up to speed.
Yeah.
Is it up to speed thing?
Yeah, I'd think so, because it just looks like sloppy. Things are short, touches are baggy, which is stuff that I wouldn't apply to him elsewhere.
Do you know what I think with Casemiro? I think
They haven't got McDonald's in Spain. That's why. He's not joking himself.
you know what
notches, yeah.
you know what I think it is with Casemiro. Yeah, I think once he locks in with the fans,
Okay.
I think he's a connection man.
Ah, fair.
Don't you feel like when I was watching
I disagree completely. By the way,
when I was watching Real Madrid, I felt like he would bleed, die, and kill for
Those people.
any of the fans, and because of how his feelings towards the fans, he's okay with doing these things that allow Luka Modric to get a Ballon d'Or. I'm gonna do these things, okay? No, okay, that's okay.
oh no, I'm just disagreeing.
Yeah.
You may
as
be
you
right,
do,
yeah?
as you do.
But I've got you're close, but it's not for the fans. Yeah.
Perez.
No, but it's for the other players. He's like, that man there's got quality. I can't let him down.
Yes.
That man over there, he might be German and pass sideways now, but he's earned his stripes. Like, I can't let him down.
Yeah.
There's a geezer who's got a broken wrist.
No. He used to pass to me when none of the rest of them would.
Yeah, he believed in me.
Yeah.
That geezer up front with a broken thumb, yeah, one of the best players I've ever seen. Yeah. We had a geezer with long hair that's gone to Paris now, yeah. Best defender of all time, one of. Yeah, I can't let these people down.
You know why he's one of the best? Because when we need a goal, he goes and scores it.
Goes and scores it. Exactly. Got this little kid from Brazil. He used to play against us, brother, but now he's the reason why we're winning a lot of games we shouldn't win. He's playing for his teammates here because they had quality. He had to rise to it. I feel like Casemiro may be one of the players, whatever he's at, whatever level this team's at,
He's gonna be there.
I'm gonna be there. You know what I'm saying?
with you.
Exactly. If United was to sign some serious quality,
He's gonna
put them
do.
in the team, he will rise to that level.
But you know what's fucked? We can't, like, I agree. Do you know what's mad? I actually agree with you, yeah. But we can't say that.
No, we can't.
We can't.
Oh, no,
we can't
we can.
give him. We can't. We
But
say
we
it, but we
can't,
can't.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we can't
And
give
I
him a
don't
cop
want
out.
to overplay it. He wasn't horrible today, but yeah, against Everton and today, I was like,
Do you know? I wanted to ask you because I didn't see the game. But I saw it as 0-0. So I wanted.
Yeah, no.
So I wanted to
Oh my
the
god!
Neymar's
Did you see the
passing.
first touch as
You know
well?
Neymar's passing is so underrated.
Sorry, guys.
Shit.
PSG
Guys,
say 69 minutes.
guys.
Please tune in.
Guys, they might have had the intervention at PSG, but anyway, forget that. The defending, that's what I wanted to ask you about. Where I saw it was 0-0, I thought, oh, up against Callum Wilson, Alexander
Callum Wilson,
Isak, Lively
Isak's out on
Almiron.
it for time. Wilson and Martinez had a little tete-a-tete. And Callum Wilson kind of tried to do the bully boy thing. He kind of held his arm when no one was looking and like looked down at him. And Martinez gave it back, and I was like, I want to see how that pans out, but nothing really came from it. Newcastle, and that's what I wanted to say, the other side of the coin, of the United coin, the Newcastle United side. I weren't really impressed. Bruno Guimaraes, nothing.
The worst thing
Then
in
drag.
life. Go on, Scorch.
Yeah.
I would say, see, when you start believing in your own hype, as Newcastle may be doing.
I was in a group chat earlier.
GC?
In the GC. And
Cengiz Under.
his name's Wavy, by the way.
Rod.
You're rude. But probably true. Yeah, like they were talking. Man was saying, that's a good result.
For
I didn't know what they meant, so then I had to check, and then they said getting a result, getting a point against Newcastle.
As if Newcastle are big boys.
Yeah, so I said when man
a
say
good season, like a half good season.
no, they're decent. No, Newcastle decent team, but this is the thing, they've got all this investment. Yeah, they've got lots of investment.
Spent intelligently. So,
But what they haven't done is, like, they've got lots of investment that now they can afford to go and buy Mbappe and Neymar and whoever, but they haven't bought them yet. So until they buy them, speak to me like Eddie Howe's in the dugout with the same guys that was battling relegation, and they're doing really well. When they come to my end, me being a Tottenham fan, what I would like is 3 points.
Yeah, I'm not. I weren't happy with the point today. I was like, after seeing it as well, and United won't be happy. United were the better team if there was one on the day. But yeah, I weren't impressed with Newcastle, I'll be honest. And maybe it's them coming to Old Trafford and I don't know, getting overruled by the occasion. But yeah, I weren't impressed with what I saw. Bruno Guimaraes was awful.
Oh my gosh, referee.
Was he bad?
That's a red card.
Yeah.
That's a red.
It's nothing.
Told you.
Yeah.
Why would you
tackle someone like that?
No, if you see the tackle, that was ridiculous.
I didn't see. Who is it? This guy with the headgear,
I didn't
or
even
was it
see.
Rongier?
Yeah. Anyway, sorry guys.
Hey, yo, you see Marquinhos? See Marquinhos, but you know what man don't realise? He looked like Marquinhos was tapped.
And then Ramos came.
Now he's older.
No, not Ramos. He was tapped, Roma, with the braces, little boy winning all the headers and shouting at everyone. Then he met Thiago Silva.
Yeah, Mbappe's giving it the. That's my boy.
For real.
Amazing scenes.
Oui.
But yeah, United drop points, I'd call it, at Old Trafford.
Man of the match?
Man of the match today. Oh, it's one of those where...
Anthony?
No, I wouldn't even go there.
Wait, did you say it was the matchup was Anthony Dan Burn?
Yeah. Dabo was playing left back.
Football. This is
Smoked him up, though.
By the way, you see Dan Burn, man. That
He was
guy
trying,
is
he
a
was trying.
baller. You don't understand. You see when he gets burnt by
Being 6'7".
Anthony, like it's
Can't
calm.
burn Dan Burn.
Yeah, you can. Friday night, there's loads of different games, but Friday night, Ivan Toney. This is what we wanted to talk about.
Why didn't you should have started the pod with
I
this?
should have. I wanted to, but they wouldn't let me.
they?
Ivan Toney, brace, Friday night, penalty taker extraordinaire. Just fantastic. Front post little flick.
I don't think there's any point
He's
of us.
putting crosses into the box now. Get that man on the plane.
Oi,
I've had enough.
he done a cross the other day, yeah. So it's not really a cross; it's more like a pass. And so normally, like say you're on the left hand side of the pitch,
Yeah.
and you're on a cross with your right foot, you're gonna
swinging.
in swing, probably like to the
Loop it.
back
Yeah,
post,
yeah.
whatever. He crossed in front of them, like someone get a touch on that. Not a header.
He's thinking like a striker.
Bro,
That's what it is.
Oh, you see,
No, get him on the plane.
Tony
Ivan
starting to
Toney
do
deserves,
things, man.
he deserves a call up, man. I think there's not an English striker in better form than him, bar Kane. Kane is
I'll be honest.
Southgate, don't take him and don't play him.
Kane's scoring more goals, but being real, I don't actually know that he's playing better than Ivan Toney. And you know, I'm not like trying to be some Ivan Toney, support. Like being real, that's the case. Though
We've got to be careful with strikers in England though, because
we can break them.
I'm a big fan of Ivan Toney just as a being. Forget his football. His football's good. I love it, yeah. But just his energy, I'm very much for it, yeah. But I don't want to get stung because a long time ago I thought Ollie Watkins was. Anyways,
You can't 17 Prem goals in your first season in the Prem. You are allowed to get carried away.
Was his first season without Ings, isn't it?
Yeah, without Ings. Yeah.
I feel like Ings fucked up the feng shui.
They've thought that buying him will probably add to the equation, but somehow it's managed to subtract. And
This
they
is the
can't find their
thing.
feet again.
I don't think Watkins needs Ings. Yeah. But like I feel like Ings needs everybody else. Like everybody. Like Ings needs the team to function.
The Buendias of the world and the
Buendia.
some other mythical stuff.
He needs to just fuck
before
off
we
and
wrap,
go Roma or somewhere.
Bournemouth are unbeaten.
What?
6 in the last 6. Gary O'Neill putting his hat in the ring.
Oh, we like Gal, you know.
A lot of time.
When you said that he was their gaffer, it took me a while to remember him. But now I do, and I'm looking at what he's doing. Can we speak about the goal?
Yes.
the first one.
Solanke.
What was he? Somebody Solanke. He wasn't he? Like a wonder
He's
kid.
a wonder kid. Chelsea,
that's the one.
and
Liverpool
bought him on a random. Didn't really work. It didn't work.
Score 5 or something like that.
It was it's quite sad to see. And then went to Bournemouth, found his feet again. Last year scored 29.
No,
I think
he went. Didn't he go there and mythicality? Jess. At first,
yeah, in the Prem.
yeah. Where it might.
Then they dropped down, and now he's back, and now he's got 2.
On the
So
subject of
he's going the right way.
Wunderkins, on the subject of Wunderkins, Ryan Brewster missed a penny yesterday.
I watched him. Yeah. All right.
Philip Billing playing further forward, playing like he's in the championship.
Can you speak about the goal though?
Yeah, the goal. Just great link play between Solanke.
They're in a phone box. They're in a moving phone box. All four of them.
They're in a Vin Diesel movie.
yeah.
Fam, they're just
So good. And Solanke has basically scored in his stride.
Do you know what I thought was so sick? So the
Prowess.
Wait, hold on. Who slipped it
Billing
first?
overlapped,
Right.
then underlapped.
Overlap,
Solanke
then
played-
underlap.
Yeah, he went there and then he went there, played him in, the cut back to the second six. But it's kind of lofted, I think.
No, because he's had to. You know when you've got to reverse it, but it's. I'm gonna have to put some fuckery on this.
It's not
Wally
clean.
fuckery.
Like, boom. But do you know what impressed me the most about the goal? When you go back and watch it if you haven't seen it. Yeah,
Go back and watch if you haven't seen it.
he's assessed that there's no room for any touch, but also I'm running and I need to keep running. I can't like change my stride pattern or whatever. So he just gauges his foot and just
So good.
cocks it halfway. Fire halfway, yeah. And what he almost does is he just hopes, and then when the ball does come in this like comes towards him, he just lets it come onto him and
So good.
the
stride, yeah.
the nicest of manipulation, just all in motion. It was the kind of goal that I feel like is more of a goal that a black person would score, because there's a
I'm gonna fully agree with that, Scorcher, based on nothing.
no because I feel like there's a certain level of like that's kind of like you know what he's drawn for there. You know when you run out of milk, or you run out of like this
His
seasoning,
mates, okay.
and you got bro. You know how it goes, man. You see, there's been times when man's making this and that, and you just, bro, you got to
Now
look
you've
in
got a
the,
meal.
you got to make something happen. Ding ding, you got to like,
Improvisation.
yes.
No,
So
it was
felt
good,
like-
man.
I
In
felt
a
like
short space of time.
it was an upbringing kind of finish. It's cold. I've been there.
Cultured.
I've been there.
Cultured, some would say. Mitrovic is back and he's scoring. So nothing changes. Unbelievable. We won't talk about
let me-
Leicester.
yeah,
and
just to brush
Crystal
over
Palace.
everything else,
It's the
yeah.
worst thing that ever happened.
Leicester are bleeding. I want to know who's done it worse: Leicester 2022-23 or Derby anytime they've been in the Premier League.
Leicester are trying.
You know, I used to like Derby way back in the day.
It's like Derby when they had is it Will Hughes. Who's the Hughes kid?
Yeah.
Ed Sheeran.
I thought he was the future of English football.
Trickery.
Lied to me.
Never got his move. No.
I feel like, do you know what? I don't want to say this because I don't want to offend anyone, but I'm going to say it. I feel like that crop of players, that entire crop of 21s were.
One of the biggest lies ever told.
But I feel like the promo, maybe like the under 21s promo at the time was off the charts. And you know what I think? Was maybe the official adult team a bit bleeding at the time?
Yeah.
Because it's not making sense. Why did we all know? Yeah.
Like post McLaren, post Allardyce one game. Stuff like that. There's a few lies in there, man.
Ruffian.
A few lies were told. Yeah.
Shout out Tom Ince.
I called Scorch over there. I was maybe listening to the radio, and Paul Ince is managing somewhere, don't know where, but in his squad he has Tom Ince and Junior Hoylett. I remember when I went Junior Hoylett at Arsenal a long time ago.
You have suffered.
Junior Hoylett, the prototype Jonathan David.
Yeah, before they had to get it right. Yeah,
Ooh,
the
he paved
bitter
the
version.
way.
And I guess that brings us to the end of our Premier League review, because we're talking about Junior Hoylett in 2022, which is crazy. So yeah, please make sure you like, share, subscribe,
Before there,
comment, get over to manscaped.com.
before that, well, I just want to say, guys, it's 10 games in, and Assna, are still top of the league. I'm just saying, okay, you know.
Peace.